Cameras are rolling.
Okay. Biofreeze. Good for your neck. Don't put it on your crotch.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I got a bad crick in my neck right now. I can't hardly turn it. I'm having to do the full body turn instead of the head turn. Yeah. Sucks getting old.
That's what they say. Yeah, older.
Ow! Mother of ass. That would have hurt if it wouldn't have been my wedding ring. Did you hear that noise?
Yeah. Sounded like you put your finger in a mousetrap.
No, I went to raise my hand up and it hit the bottom of my computer desk here, and then it was just my
I don't know how long my arms are.
It was a jerk reaction. You know, it really, beer makes everything much better.
It smooths it over a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me know you're ready. You ready, Freddie?
Bored.
All right, here we go.
Are you just trying to navigate adulthood in a world that still expects you to have it all figured out? Welcome to This Is 50 with your hosts, Travis Holmes and Shayne McManus.
Shayne!
Travis.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I got to turn the hurricane off in the background. Hold on. Let me turn that. I was listening.
Yeah, but then your ears are going to start sweating again.
Mama, my ears are sweating.
A nice $2 gift card to anybody that can identify that movie.
Yeah. No, because you can't do that because they'll just Google search line of a movie and Mom, my ears are sweating, and they'll just send you. They'll send a self-addressed stamped envelope to your address, and then you got to send them $2.
Well, I mean, that's a modified quote from the movie. It's not the actual words, but it's close enough to get you there. Okay, it's Rhinestone Cowboy, and it's My Legs Are Sweating, Mama.
My legs are sweating?
My legs are sweating because he says John Travolta's wearing these leather pants because he's a performer and they want him to wear these leather pants, and he puts the pants on, and like by the end of the show, these things are so hot that he's sweating. I don't get it.
What's the movie where he was riding around in a lit up cowboy outfit where he had like light bulbs all over him?
That's Rhinestone Cowboy.
Is that Rhinestone Cowboy? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the one where Sly Stallone? That's the one I was. Oh, that's the best little horror house in Texas. Sorry.
No, that's Burt Reynolds, and oh man, that's a good one. That's Burt Reynolds is in that one. But no, are you thinking about the Vaseline scene?
No, the one with
that striptease.
No, the one where Sylvester Stallone's a country singer.
Okay, hold on a minute. I think
it's the best little horror house in Texas.
I don't think Sylvester Stallone is in that one.
Because I think he was with Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton is in that one, and Burt Reynolds is. My wife and father-in-law love that movie. I've seen it, but let's see. Let me see who's in here. Hold on. This is gripping. Burt Reynolds, Dolly Parton, Dom DeLuise.
Okay, so maybe I've got the thing wrong.
Yeah, you do. So let me see who's in Rhinestone Cowboy. It should pull it right up because it's in the same. Yeah, that's Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Why am I thinking John Travolta?
That's where you threw me with John Travolta. I'm like, I don't think he was in that one. He was in Urban Cowboy.
Movie.
Urban Cowboy. It's, cowboy.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of them cowboys.
So we went from Best Little Horror House to Urban Cowboy to Rhinestone Cowboy to, all right, so is everyone clear on the movies and who's in them now? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Now, so then let me throw in there, if you're watching stupid cowboy movies, Happy Texas. You ever seen Happy Texas?
No, I'm not going to do movie talk with you about it. No, I haven't seen it.
It's a dumb movie.
Okay.
Anyway, what you got going on? What's happening? What's happening in your life? What's the deal?
What's the haps on the craps? I had to rush my dad to the hospital.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We choking on a bone, or what happened to him?
No, he waits all day long. he sits in his room, comes out, does his little through the kitchen. Eeyore, nobody loves me, and then wanders back into his room. And then he said, I'm outside. I'm drilling holes in the ground to put this fence in I've been working on for the last 5 weeks now. It's freaking hot out there. And Amy comes out because my dad doesn't tell me. He tells my wife, hey, my oxygen level is not good. I'm like, so she's like, okay, is there something that you need to contact your doctor and stuff? Well, I texted him to see, if I should do anything. So he's got those little alligator things that you put on your fingers, that does the oxygen and the heartbeat. Well, I guess he was floating around like 91% oxygen, which I don't understand how those stupid things work.
That's a pulse ox.
Is that what it's called?
It's called a pulse oximeter. So it monitors your blood oxygen level and your pulse.
Wait, he's got on his desk there. He's got 5 of them, so he looks like Liberace. He puts one on every finger. And he's sitting there.
Well, I mean, what? Okay, so does he have some sort of COPD or some sort of lung issue that he's having to monitor this in the first place?
He had when I was down in Florida and I was evacuating his house and selling everything on the property and trying to sell the house to move him up here. After my mom passed, he just basically broke down. And his oxygen levels really dropped, and he was fairly skinny, and he was like 185 pounds. He's almost 270 now. I mean, he was down 100 pounds. So,
hey, getting sick is the best weight loss program ever.
Exactly, that and the tapeworm. So he gets so panicky that the doctors have told him that his oxygen needs to be around 97, and so when he sees like 92. 91, he panics. And then, of course, it raises his heartbeat. And then, it's a vicious cycle and circle. So finally, he texted his doctor. And the doctor, the nurse answers him back. And they're just protecting their ass. They said, you need to go to the hospital right now. So I'm out there. Yeah, I'm out there covered in sweat and dirt. And I've had, 16 Miller Lights already. And Amy goes, hey, your dad's getting ready to go to the hospital. Can you take him? And I'm like going, yeah, I guess I am, 16 beers.
Uber?
Yeah. 16 beers over 5 hours though. So I'm okay. So I go, well, I got to go take a shower, babe, lay me out something to wear. So I take a shower, I'm in no rush because he's just sitting there on the chair. And so he gets in the truck. We go down there. Go to the first can't find the emergency room or the emergency pull-in area because it's dark. I've never driven my truck in the dark. I know, this is so sad. I can't see anything out the windows. So we pull in, he gets out. I go park the vehicle, come back. They've got him in triage. Like right away, they got him in triage. And triage sounds bad, but they just put all the stickers on him and they're just trying to get a medium. What's going on with him? Mm-hmm. Well, this is fine, but we'll move you into a room because your oxygen levels are kind of low, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so long and the short is 3.5 hours we were there in a room, all that stuff. Doctor says a couple things. One, cut the caffeine out because you have heart apnea. Am I saying? I know what regular apnea is, like sleep apnea, but he has heart apnea or something like that, where his heart
arrhythmia.
I don't know if it's arrhythmia though. I know what arrhythmia is. It's basically he panics, his heart starts beating because there's not enough oxygen in his body, in his blood, so his heart starts beating faster, thinking that there's something. I don't know. Like I said, it's a vicious cycle. I don't know.
Hypoxia.
Yeah.
Hypoxia.
I think that might be it. That sounds right. Yeah. I don't know what that is, but that's what he's got. He had congestive heart failure when we were down in Florida. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Nobody tells me anything.
Well, if he's got we deal with this kind of stuff over here all day, every day with my daughter. She has a trach, so we have to manage and monitor her oxygen levels. But yes, a lot of times those, finger pulse ox things, they don't read right. Low 90s is okay.
Below 90s okay.
Low 90s are okay. They want it to be like 95 and above, but low 90s are okay. It's like when you get down into 88, 87, 85 or lower, like get to the hospital. But most of the time, if you just get somewhere and calm down,
Right.
It'll go right back up because his breathing is irregular. But if he's got like congestive heart failure, maybe he needs to get a more precise monitor to keep on him so he can like make sure those levels are exactly right.
Well, he does some reading every morning or twice a day or something like that. Hits ARV levels or something. I don't know what he's doing. He's got to report it and turn it into his doctor all the time. It's not his diabetes numbers. It's some other number that he does, and I don't know what it is. Anyway, so the doctor says to him, two things can cause this: excessive caffeine and or excessive alcohol. I go, well, my dad basically has maybe 3 beers a day. I said he has one before breakfast, one before lunch, and one before dinner. The doctor looked at me and I go, yeah. So, he's a grown man. He can do what he wants. And I said, the second thing is he drinks gallon jugs of sweet tea every day.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
That's what I told him. And, I'm like, Dad, you're a grown man. Okay. You're a grown man. I'm not going to sit here and harp at you. You're 77 years old. You figure out what makes your body work better. Now, if you can want to have coffee in the morning and then, juice or something during the afternoon, because he's diabetic, so you have to watch all that stuff. And maybe something at night. I don't know. You have to figure this out. Oh, all right, Dad, I'm not going to sit here. The next conversation I'm going to have with you is what hole do you want me to put you in the ground? That type deal. Well,
yeah. What part of the property you want to be on?
Exactly. And the funny conversation that we had, I say it's funny because we're driving up there, and the only thing I can think of in my mind is all the shit that he went through with my mom having all these hidden accounts and stuff. So I said to him, Dad, where's all your passwords? Where's all the stuff to access your accounts? All this stuff. Well, my life insurance papers are here. My account numbers are already printed out. They're on a 8.5 by 10 framed picture on next to my. He's got everything all planned out and everything already. And he goes, plus you're on the accounts, so you should have no problems getting to any of the accounts, like checking accounts and stuff like that. I said, okay. So finally came back home. He was fine. And I said, so what are you going to do, Dad? I mean, we were talking about it. I said, well, I guess I got to get decaffeinated tea or not, something like that. Sure enough, next day not the next day because he was still kind of beat up from the hospital. But the day following, went up to Food Line, got his normal little groceries, all his little frozen Marie calendars and all the frozen meals that he gets, and comes back with 4 gallon jugs of lightly sweetened tea. Still caffeine, and as he's putting it in the refrigerator, you know what I see in there? You ever seen those? They're about the size of Red Bull, but they're made by V8, the energy ones. V8 makes it looks like Red Bull. It's made by V8. It's supposed to be all natural juices and stuff. It's got 160 grams of caffeine in it. So what he's been doing is when he doesn't feel, I feel tired, I can't breathe, V8 energy drink. Oh, I'm better now. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Same face I would make, Shane. If you're watching Shane on the YouTube video here, same exact face that I would make too. He's got a case and a half that
he's just asking for his ventricles to go flying across the room.
I don't know what's going to happen with him. So, anyways, that's what I was dealing with. And there's a lot.
Tell him to eat some fruit.
Well, I will.
I'll give him some energy.
I bought some fruit the other day, and Amy despises the way I eat it. And we're gonna take a quick little break, and I'll tell you how I eat this fruit that we just bought. Oh, it was so good. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we deal with over here all the time. Is this pulse ox, and her oxygen will drop in the middle of the night. Mm-hmm. And these alarms start going off, and I'm, that's why I can't sleep. Yeah, and usually, with the trach in there, it's usually some sort of congestion or something because she always has, anybody with a trach has secretions, and they have to be suctioned. You got to stick this tube down in there and suction all that stuff out.
Like when you go to the dentist, they stick that.
Yeah. And she gets this look on her face like, I'm sick of this.
Well, get better.
Get out of there. Leave me alone.
Snap out of it.
Yeah. But a lot of times it's just that pulse ox thing is just, it's out of place, or if your fingers are cold, it won't read right.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different factors that can cause that.
And I'm not kidding. He has 7 of them. I lie. He's got 5 of them on his desk. Now, his desk, he's got a monitor like my monitor here. I know you can't see my monitor, but he's got a 36. This is a 32. So he's got a 36. And this is what he does. He sits at his computer desk and watches TV all day. But he's got one of those real nice gamer chairs with the high back, and and he just sits there and watches TV all day long in that chair.
I'm gamer chair hunting.
Are you?
I want one.
I don't want one.
Just because this chair that I got right now is uncomfortable. And then once my father-in-law gets here, I'm going to need somewhere to sit because we got like a double recliner here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to need somewhere to sit. So I'm going, let me get me a nice gamer chair because you can get them with the recliner that'll recline back and have the footrest on them.
Yeah, no, I ain't got nothing. I got the old Mac Papers remodeled chairs.
Yeah, I got a Walmart chair that I'm sitting on right now, and my ass is not happy.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm scratching.
Oh. So you
scratching my Chuck Liddell. Well, I don't even know what kind of mustache this is. A handle? No, it's not a handlebar.
No.
Weird.
You can see us over on YouTube if you want to check us out over there. This is 50.
Yeah, it just goes across and then straight down, and that's it. I don't even know what you call this version of a.
You look like
a goatee.
What's the two? Remember WWF before they turned to WWE? Who are the Steiner brothers? You've got the Steiner brother, the bulldog, the short little fat guy, bulldog mustache.
Oh, thanks.
No, not you being fat, but I mean there were the Steiner brothers. You had like Rick and Owen, or I don't fucking know their names. I'm making this up, but
Owen.
No, that's Owen Hart.
Arn Anderson.
No, the Steiner brothers. They were like, they actually wore like the wrestling gear, and they were big. They had like Michigan. They were from Michigan State.
Yeah.
And the brother was kind of crazy.
That was their shtick. They were college wrestlers.
Yes, yeah. in grown men's body, full adults. But you've got the Steiner brother handlebar mustache is what you got.
Well, am I making it work? How's it looking?
Your Sinead O'Connor haircut is helping it.
Yeah, when I cut, I got to keep my hair cut short because it's just easier. And being in the military, it just feels better, except for this one little area right here that makes me look like I've been hit in the head with a lead pipe. And I totally forgot what I was going to say.
What is
Sinead O'Connor hairdo is just easier.
Yeah, what is EDC? You were saying EDC before we got on the air. Is that the Electric Daisy Carnival? Are you one of those people that dress up with the pink high side socks and glow sticks and shit? God, those people make me so annoyed. Shane, you have no idea how annoying
those are ravers, right? Don't they go to raves? And
but everyone
listen to techno.
But everyone's like 50 years old. And I'm thinking to myself, this is not a rave. I was in the heart of Miami during the rave scene. 6 o'clock in the morning, eating friggin' ecstasy pills like they're fucking Fruit Loops, and friggin' DJing at these nightclubs all night long and sweating. This is not. EDC is. It's like the adults that go to like Margaritaville. Oh, we're party people. Shut the fuck up. Sit down. Fucking
take your Geritol and sit down a minute. Let your arthritis medicine kick in. And
how long is this song? I got a 9 o'clock appointment in the morning. Can we wrap this song up? I gotta go. Stupid.
No, that's a different kind of EDC. That's that. I know what you're talking about.
Well, this
is something totally different. I'm actually a furry, by the way. I'm not a raver. I'm a furry.
Is that why you keep all your hair short so you can get in the costume?
Yeah. I'm a bald eagle.
Cock.
No, it's everyday carry. Do you not know what everyday carry is?
Is that it's firearms?
No. Well,
that's
it can be.
Huh? It can be.
It can be.
All right.
So everyday carry is this new. Well, it's been around for just a little while, but it's this classification of whenever a man leaves the house. it's everything that has to go with him. What are the essential things that you carry with you when you leave the house? So,
keys,
for example,
wallet, phone, gum. Keys, wallet, phone, gum. Remember that commercial? Keys,
Yes.
wallet, phone, gum. There you go.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's basically what everyday carry is. So everybody has a different version of, what their everyday carry is. So everybody takes their wallet. Everybody takes their keys.
Phone.
Some people take their AirPods. There's a weird little group of people that have to carry a USB stick around with them everywhere for God knows what's on there, but it's called everyday carry. And so because so many, vapes, whatever. Yeah. See right there.
That's my car loan.
Point.
That's my car loan right there.
Yeah. Well, that's what I got everything on here too. But what ends up happening is as technology advances and there's more things that you want to take with you when you leave the house, your pockets start getting full and your pants start coming down. We all got the muffin top, so we can't crank that belt down, so your pants start coming. So the point of it is to minimalize. Have you ever heard of the minimalist?
Oh yeah, they need whatever they need to survive on a daily basis. Yep, minimize.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So because there's so much that needs to go in their pockets, they want everything smaller, so they can carry it around with them, and not pull their pants down. I guess I'm assuming that's the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
One of those things is a minimalist wallet.
Do you have one?
What type of well, that's the thing. I've moved over to a minimalist wallet and I'm trying to get used to it.
Hold on, losing you. Hold on, coming back around. Still losing you. We lost you altogether. Dear. You are you are in outer space, man. You are space cadet. Go ahead and text him. Oh, there he goes. He's going to sign out and sign back in. Maybe I'll let him back in. Oh, hello.
I don't know what the heck's going on.
What happened?
I've been having internet issues for days. They've been doing maintenance or something.
It'd be funny. It'd be more expected out here that living in the sticks, but you live in a high populated, dense town. I don't know why you're getting it.
I live in the sticks-ish.
No, because you live by a stick doesn't mean you live in the sticks. True. All right, so minimalist wallet. You said you're last time we heard you're moving over to a minimalist wallet. What kind of wallet do I have? Amy, when we first started dating, she saw the wallet that I had, which essentially was a headphone case. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. It was a headphone case with a zipper on it because when I work at the club, I usually got paid in cash. And even in strip clubs, I get like stacks of ones. So I had this thing that I
were you stripping?
It was a money bag almost. That was my wallet. No, I wasn't stripping in this scenario. I wasn't. But she bought me a brown old man fold wallet. But I think it was from like Fossil. One of what's the Fossil company?
Oh yeah. So Fossils and the Levi's and the
yeah. So I've got one of those, and it's got spots for credit cards and clear picture for clear cellophane for your ID and stuff. Yeah, so I've got like a fold brown wallet, not a George Costanza wallet where he's got every receipt that he's ever had in his whole entire life, like a freaking Reuben sandwich, But I've got just a regular brown wallet, and it's lasted me this long. So,
wow. I mean, I've always heard that those things, like if they're big and thick like that, and you put them in your back pocket and you sit on them.
Oh, yeah, I had a physical.
It'll cause back problems.
I had a physical therapist when I had back problems. He's like, "Do you have a wallet?" And I go, "Yeah, I have a wallet." He's like, "Oh, you must sit on it and stuff." I go, "No, I keep it in the car until I need it, and then when I need it, I get it out and I physically stick it under my armpit and walk with it under my armpit." Ooh, that's the way I carry it.
Weird,
stinky money.
Anyway, yeah. Well, what I have moved to is this. This is part of this everyday carry movement. I'll call it. This is what all the young whippersnappers are trying to carry around.
So you got your.
But it's a wallet the size of your credit cards, and it's a hard wallet.
It looks like a little black book with all your girlfriend's numbers in it. That's what it looks like.
Well, trust me, that's not what it is.
it'd be a lot
I don't
smaller.
have any numbers to put in here, but it's like if you can see on the camera, it's like carbon fiber. This is a money clip right here.
Okay.
It's no bigger than your credit cards.
Why don't
it's
you
the same size?
Why don't you have the one where it's the thing that attaches to your phone? Like I see a lot of black women walking around where it's like a wallet on the phone. And they always flipping it over, and you can see all their credit cards, and they holding it up and recording like little Jonathan's birthday, but you can see all their credit cards and stuff on the side. Why don't you get one of those?
Well, I thought about it, but I wanted to test this out first to see, because this goes in my front pocket.
Uh-huh.
And it's got elastic on it, and it squeezes. You just put all your credit cards in there, and it squeezes it together. And
Jesus,
then on this side,
Shane, how many credit cards you got in there? Baller?
Well, I mean, it's not all credit cards. It's ATM cards,
gift certificates,
and credit cards, and I got stuff in here that I don't need. Anyway,
I didn't see any black cards in there.
No. So there's a money clip on the back side of it. That's where you put your money. If you carry cash anymore, but most people don't. But on the front side is a little transparent window to put your ID.
Now, how many forms of ID do you carry?
I got 2.
Do you have 2 in that wallet right there? Your little minimalized wallet?
I do. I've got my driver's license and then my my disabled veterans card.
Does it have your picture on it?
Yeah.
Oh, does it? Okay.
You want to see it?
No, I don't want to see.
Oh, you don't believe me?
No,
I'll show you right now.
God damn it, I believe you. For some
whip it out.
For some reason, I still carry around my Florida driver's license in my wallet, even though it's expired. It expired like 15 years ago. I still carry that license around.
I carry 2. I always carry my current license in my wallet, and then the one before that. And then when I go to renew this one,
cycle it out,
then I'll take that previous one and throw it out and keep this. It's a weird thing that I've done. But anyway, look how tiny this is.
I would lose that in a heartbeat.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Would that be something you would consider carrying? Because this is part of the everyday carry. Let's scale things down, because you've got so much crap in your pockets. You got your AirPods or your earbuds or whatever you carry with you. You got your wallet. You got your this, your that, your a knife, a gun, whatever. Everything's scaling down so that you can carry as much crap as possible in your pockets without it, being cumbersome.
I thought when you said you were scaling down, I thought you were going to figure out a way that you would have digitally on your phone your driver's license, digitally on your phone your credit card, to where you can do, because you've got an Apple phone, you can do the Apple Pay. I know they got Samsung Pay and all that. I thought you were getting to that point where everything was on your phone, like physically, digitally on your phone, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do your license that way. I'm sure that's coming before too long, but this is the latest version of it. I mean, you can link your credit card to anything on your phone. I'm not sure about your license, but for now,
that's what you got.
This is what I got, because it's smaller and I can put it in my front pocket and not my back.
Who talked you into that? Because I know you didn't do it on your own. You probably saw someone and someone said, hey, this, and you looked at it, oh, hey, that looks kind of cool. And you're like going, yeah, that's my minimalized wallet. And you're like going, oh, maybe I should do that. Well, you should, Shane. Let me see your wallet.
I watch a lot of stupid YouTube videos, and there's like actual YouTube channels on there dedicated to everyday carry items. So they review all of these new little things coming out that you can, buy or purchase to use as your everyday carry.
You should have seen the amount of stuff I had to bring when my dad went to the hospital, because of all, for 3 years prior to my mom passing away, she was in and out of the hospital, doctor's appointments and this and that. My dad had a friggin' one of those accordion folders he would have to carry with him with all the different papers in those folders. Now she's passed away. Of course, that goes right out the window. Now my dad's starting to form his own accordion accordion thing with the flap, with the rubber band that goes around it. And he's like, here, these are all my papers. And he had like this little zipper, like looks like a child's backpack. You ever seen like a child's backpack that's, about half a foot tall and it's got the zipper on top? He's got one of those that's got like his charger, his phone, his tablet in it, and any other little nick. And I'm carrying this stuff around like I'm walking a first grader the first day of school or whatever. When we went to the doctor, he's got, all this hard copy paperwork. And it was helpful because I handed it to the doctor because he's asking all these questions. And I go, Doc, everything you want to know, and I flip the thing over, is right in here. And he pulls it out, and he's like, oh yeah, you're a little late on this appointment, and he's holding the paper up to him, so on and forth. But yeah, I mean,
does he have a smartphone? Does your dad have a smartphone?
He does, but I don't know. It's one of those. It's not an Obama phone. It's like old person phone. Like he gets a credit for it or something. It's I don't know,
like a jitterbug.
I don't know, something like that.
Well, if it's a smartphone, you can get him a MyChart. And it keeps all of his medical records on his phone.
He wants physical copies. He's old school.
Good grief.
All right. Well,
good thing you don't have to deal with it much longer, right?
Well,
according to you.
Yeah. I don't know. He just might throw in the towel and just one day he'll come home and for whatever reason the coffee's not made in the morning. So I don't know. Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm enjoying my wallet anyway. It's something new and different.
Well, it is new and different. I don't think I'll get to that point. I don't go out enough to carry my wallet. I
don't either. I don't either. But it's kind of quick. Just throw it in there.
I'd lose it. I'd lose it right away. All right, guys. Stick around. When we come back, I'll talk about my fruit. We'll be right back.
All right. I gotta tinkle.
Okay. I got a refill.
I got to do that too. Hey, I'm going to take my wallet with me. I'm good this time. I didn't have to go down the stairs. I just had to make a lateral move. We have a guest here in the studio. Another guest.
Cat.
It's Luna. Say hi, Luna.
Hi, Luna.
Don't look at me like that. You'll end up on a Chinese menu. You keep running your mouth.
Ready?
Yep.
You all right there, Shane?
I'm good. I mean, like I said, I made a lateral move.
Downstairs.
I didn't have to go up or down. I just went left and right.
Oh, Jesus.
Left and right's a little easier nowadays.
Yeah. So my wife the other day, she had a horse thing going on, and she was in charge of bringing like a couple things to the horse clinic show. 15 people show up, everyone brings like a cover dish, and they kind of do the clinic and stuff, watch the horses go around. They learn, it's a training thing. And then when everyone's done, they break out and have like little snacks and stuff. She bought a watermelon and a cantaloupe.
Sounds like a kid's soccer game to me.
It's almost, but replace soccer with horses and replace kids with full-size adults.
Oh, nice.
So she bought a watermelon, or when I go to the store, she's like, pick me up a watermelon, a cantaloupe, and bucket of fried chicken. I'm like, all right. So,
well, that's not racist at all.
No, what are you talking about? You made it racist. I was fine. That's why I was like, yeah, I'll get all that. So
you had to throw the white people fruit in there, didn't you? The
honeydew,
cantaloupe, or whatever. Honeydew.
So she cut up the watermelon, brought it to the thing, and did whatever she did, and she did all that, and left it was a 3-day event. So she's like, if I run out of watermelon, I'll cut up the honeydew. Well, she didn't run out of watermelon, and the honeydew sat on the counter. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not one for wasting food. We work too hard. We all do work too hard for our monies. And when we buy stuff, I will literally eat it so it doesn't go bad. I've told you a million times, I will eat something not for pleasure, just to either survive or so we're not wasting money on it. So the cantaloupe sat on the counter for about a week, and it was just starting at the nipple of it was just starting to turn a little discoloration. I said, fuck it. I'm biting the bullet. Shunk, cut the thing in half, shunk, cut a ring off, and, then started eating the cantaloupe or the honeydew. She's like, what are you doing? I said, babe, it's sitting here. We have to eat this. So I've had it for breakfast for the last three days. I put salt on my honeydew.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do that?
Yeah. I put salt on honeydew, watermelon, cantaloupe.
And the reason she looked at me like I had a third eye. She's like, oh. I said, what? Now, Shayne, tell me and tell our audience, why do you put salt on melons, honeydew, cantaloupe, or watermelon? Why do you put it on there?
Well, for me, it's kind of like a salty, sweet combo. You get a little bit of both. And sometimes fruit is bland. Like the melons can be bland. So throwing a little bit of salt on there just kind of gives a little bit more flavor.
So the study, and you're correct. You're somewhat correct. You're about 80% correct. The studies have shown that adding just a little bit of salt, just regular iodized salt, table salt, onto watermelon, cantaloupe, or anything like thereof, it actually draws the sugar, the natural sugars out of that product, and it tastes sweeter. It tastes sweeter when you add salt to it, which is, I know it's weird in itself. I
don't believe that. I think it's just tricking your taste buds.
No, Shayne,
there's no science behind that.
I told you that their studies have shown.
How drunk were they when they studied honeydew sugar levels, whatever?
No, it's true. It's a proven fact up and down the line that the sugar content rises as you add salt. I'm not talking like, you're rolling it in freaking kosher salt or anything like that, like you're making a margarita. But think about it. If you have a margarita and you have salt on the rim, doesn't it taste sweeter?
I don't do salt on the rim of a margarita.
Because I'm not a pussy.
I don't drink margaritas.
Because I'm not a pussy.
Yeah, I do sugar on the rim of a margarita.
Do you really? Jesus Christ. There's your diabetic coma going on there.
No, hey, I'm going to have fun doing it. But I need to see some raw data.
All right, I'll get it for you. Here, next break, I'll get you the raw data.
Well, you know what you ought to do with that fruit, though, instead of just consuming it? If it's getting to that point, use it to infuse your water.
Oh, I do. Yeah. When I said I cut it in half, I cut the bowling ball end off, the round part, and kind of took my melon scooper and scooped out all these little balls and put it in my water fuser pitcher in the refrigerator. Okay. I did all that, but the other side, the ring, the full ring, cut it in half, like a moon, and cut that and ate that. That's what I ate. So,
how long do you let your water infuse?
A week.
How long does that fruit sit in there? Just a day?
No. 1 week. 1 week. I have a timer. Believe it, on my phone. It alerts me when I've changed the water. I'll set the timer, and it'll let me know 7 days. Hey, you need to change your fruit out. Right now, I've got leftover watermelon in there. I've got cantaloupe in there. Not cantaloupe. Sorry, honeydew. I keep saying cantaloupe. And I've got. She used a lemon for a recipe, like the lemon zest, and the whole lemon's fine. So I quartered that up and I stuck it in there too.
Oh, I do the same thing. I just let it soak in liquor. Moonshine, and there's no time limit on that. It can sit in there for decades.
You can get some earthworms and throw them in there too.
That's the only thing I'm infusing with fruit.
How's your what's the update on your chairlift thing? You got your father-in-law coming home here soon, next month, right? In a couple days, right?
Yeah, I actually got it put in. The dogs are scared to death of it. That's kind of funny. They won't go up and down the stairs anymore because I don't know what the deal. Anything new in the house, they freak out. But I got it put in. It's somewhat, it's shaky.
What do you mean? It like physically shaky? Like you grab it and it rocks in and out of the wall? Did you put wall anchors? You find studs? What'd you do?
Well, I followed the directions. It's got these brackets on the bottom of it, and it's like a foot. If you can just imagine a plate that goes on the top of the stair, and then it's got these 4 holes in the plate, and then you run these wood, lag bolts down through there, and then it's got a little thing where it connects on top of the track. but there's only like 4. I mean, I don't know how tall our stairs are, but they go straight the hell up. It's almost like a ladder. But there's only 4 of these brackets.
Well, the second floor has to be at least 10 feet above the first floor.
Okay.
So if you're standing on the first floor and you put your hand up in the air, you should barely hit the roof of your first floor, right? Should be like, I think it's...
Dude, I'm 7 foot tall. That's not a factor for me.
I think it's 8.
If I were to raise my hand straight up, it's going through the ceiling.
But the base of the floor, I'm spitting here, the base of the floor of the second floor level should be 10 feet from the top of the base floor of the first floor level. Statistically speaking.
Thank you, Home Depot. Thank you, Home Depot guy.
Well,
Yeah. Well, I got it. Yeah, I don't know. I got it put in. I'll go measure everything and for the next show and make sure we're up to code. But
do you trust it?
Well, I got my great big. It's the 350-pound capacity. So the only thing that freaks me out a little bit is, like, when you sit in it, it leans forward.
Is there brackets holding it to the wall, or is it just the foot that's on the stairs?
It's just a foot on the stairs, and there's
no
left or right.
No,
there's no way to keep it from going forwards or backwards.
You gotta put some zip ties. You gotta put an eyelet in the wall.
You can't,
and then zip tie it to the wall or something.
You can't because if you do it that way, the way this thing's made, it won't run on the track. Exactly.
I don't know.
Speechless, right?
I would have to see. I would have to see it because the way I picture it is the track for, like, you ever seen those at home barn doors that you can put in your closet? Oh, look how cute they are, and it's got the metal where it's like this. If you're watching this on the YouTube video, and the roller kind of roll. It's just so weird looking.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
It doesn't do that.
No, it's got a carriage on it. And then
we'll do it one more time.
Yeah. That's I'm sure that's on a .com somewhere. But it's got these they're not gears. What are they called? They got these teeth where the gear on the carriage grabs a hold of them, takes it up and down the stairs.
You're gonna have to take pictures.
That makes sense.
You're gonna have to take pictures and put it on the This Is 50 Facebook page.
Yeah, I will. Just use your imagination for right now. So the top of the railing or the track has these teeth from the bottom to the top. Well, that's what the gear on the carriage grabs a hold of to take you up and down the stairs. Well, these teeth are plastic. And yeah, but apparently this is one of these top of the line lifts. And, it's hauling my butt up and down the stairs, but I'm like, how long is this going to last? Or, are we going to have
Is your father-in-law a heavy man?
No, not at all. I mean, he's far from the weight limit.
What's the weight limit on it?
It's 350.
350?
350. And I'm looking at it going, there's no way. But it's, like I said, it's hauled my fat ass up and down the stairs a couple of times.
Do you feel confident in it when it's, does it go like halfway and it goes,
Well, when I sit on it, it gets a little slow.
And then you got the dog on your lap like an evil scientist. Hello, yes.
I did. So my wife was downstairs and I got it finished. I was having some trouble. I was making some adjustments with it. When I finally got it working, I sat down on it and came down the stairs and I had the little Dr. Evil pinky up.
Fire the laser.
It works fine. It does its job. I'm just like, golly, I don't see how this is doing what it's supposed to do.
So going up slow, coming down fast?
It's about the
backlash.
Yeah. I mean, it's always going to come down faster because you got gravity helping a little bit, but it was like struggling at first, but then all of a sudden it just kind of kicked in. Maybe the something my fat butt put something in place. I don't know what it was, but it
Double
finally started
solenoid firing off.
Yeah, but I mean, it's actually faster than what I thought it would be. But if you lean, you just kind of got a little back and forward. If you sit still and center yourself
And don't breathe.
then
And don't eat dinner.
Don't breathe. Dear God, don't lean over or the whole thing's just going to go and sling you out. It's got a seatbelt on it though. So that's good. That'll hang you upside down.
Is it a seatbelt or one of those little, it's got the little plastic clippies, the little lobster?
No, this is an actual, this is like this is actual seatbelt like you'd see in your car.
Like
I mean, it doesn't go across your chest. It's a
Oh.
lap belt, but
Like an insane asylum seatbelt?
kind of.
Leather, a couple holes in it.
No, I mean, like I said, it's working. It's doing its job, but it's like, I can't, when I look at how minimal it is, I'm like, God, either this is not going to last long or somebody's going to get hurt.
You got a warranty on that thing?
Yeah. There's like a 5-year warranty on it, something like that.
Keep your receipt?
But I wouldn't think they would put yeah, of course. But I wouldn't think they'd put a product out like that that's dangerous. Now they might get me on the installation because I did it, but so far so good.
I don't know, man. That just seems, unless it's, I would feel better if it was mounted to the wall, some kind of arm bracket on the wall.
It's not designed that way. There's no way to do it. There's absolutely no way to stop the forward or backward.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got it. So you say it sits on a foot and that foot's got to come up, right? And then that foot attaches to the track. Can you, the up and down part, can you mount that to the wall or put like some kind of bracket around that up and down part? Not necessarily the track, but the leg of you got the foot, you got the leg, you got the track, right? If you're watching this on the video here.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like try to put a bracket closer to the top of the track to keep it from doing the whole.
Yeah, that's possible.
All right. Well, there you go. Problem solved.
Yeah. I'll think about that.
Never say never.
I could probably do something like that, or I could just add some more feet, some more track brackets.
You don't want to do that.
Well, then what does it matter if I put something coming off the wall or not? Just let them fall.
That's what you get.
Oops.
Yeah.
That didn't work. Yeah, you put your trust in me. That's what you get. I rub some dirt on it, get up and run up them stairs.
You need a dumbwaiter. Just put them in there Indian style and just kind of pull them up there.
I'm telling you, I was all for installing an elevator because you can get elevators too, but they're like 10 grand.
Well, it's a tax write-off for you, for him.
Maybe not.
I mean, with everything that you got going on, Shane, you should just turn your house into a hospice.
No kidding. Well, let's not say hospice.
I didn't mean to say. As soon as I said it, I felt bad saying that. So I was hoping
rehab facility.
Yeah, there
we go. Rehabilitation facility
with your EDC wallet.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, if I just got to grab my teeny tiny wallet and run out the door if I have to. I did fix my truck. Though, let me throw this in there. I've been having those problems with the truck. I figured it out.
Yeah, you got a new battery.
No.
Oh.
I started doing it again.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, hold on to that. When we come back, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right. Shane fixed his truck again. He broke my broke truck, not broke truck.
For the moment.
All right.
I fixed it.
All right. Stick around. We'll be right back. Shane, I got banned on Facebook. On a page. You ever been banned on Facebook?
No. My dad gets banned every other day. He created a separate account that's called For When I Get Banned on Facebook. That's the name of the page.
That's funny. That's funny as hell. If you see this, I've been banned on my other page.
Yeah, if he's posting on For When I Get Banned, then that's why. He's got that's funny.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah. What did you do to get banned though?
So I posted something on Facebook. I was looking for a web designer, and sometimes I've got this idea in my head of something I want to do and I want to get out, and I'm trying to create a website to do that. And my expertise on WordPress is only minimal. I went to school and all that stuff, but WordPress, for whatever reason, just drives me insane. It's so stupid. I'm sure someone out there they completely understand it. So I'm like,
are you trying to bolster the male nude hand model?
I am executive.
Is that what that's going to be?
I'm trying to
get about that.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to create a website, and I'm not going to get into details of my website, but I'm going to. I'm trying to
secret.
I'm trying to make a little passive income? Passive income is what I'm trying to do, and it's not selling it. I'm getting out
side hustle.
Yeah, I'm getting off topic here. Anyway, so I posted on the local Marshville Facebook page. Hey, I'm looking for a web designer. I've got some ideas, and they need to be local, because I physically want to talk face to face. Hey, look, this is my idea. This is what I want to do. I don't want to talk to someone over the phone. I don't want to talk to someone over emails. I physically want to sit down and look in their eyes, and I want them to say yes, shake their head. Yes, I can do that. That's perfect. I can do that. And then they have a laptop.
Look me in the eye when you say you can do that.
Yes, exactly. So as soon as you post something on, a public Facebook page, you always get these scammers and stuff like that. This cute little girl who looks like she's 22. I can help you. Text me at, hotmama.co. whatever. I'm like going, yeah, right. So and I'm responding to the hackers that are coming in there, or the fake accounts. And I'm, no, I don't trust you with my dog, and then no, I just. So I would always respond to those people. So they just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I don't want anything to do with them. A couple people reached out to me. I got two in mind. Good friend of mine locally here introduced me to one. I reached out to him. I'm not there yet. I still have to do the outline of the actual website. And then another one up in Wadesboro, I believe. He's gonna we're gonna meet up together, and we're gonna talk about that as well. But
I'm a web designer, right?
Are you really? Shut up.
Yeah.
Are you really? Shane, I see a smirk. You're not. If you are,
I've dabbled in it. I've dabbled in a lot of things, but
okay. Well,
but if you're going to look me in the eye, then I'm out. I can't do
it. I'll look you in the back of the head. How about that? Can you do credit card transactions? Can you set that up?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, maybe I'll talk. Maybe I'll come over to your house, or you can come over here and we can all have a big old party, and we'll eat my cantaloupe or my honeydew.
Okay. I'd rather drink your cantaloupe.
Hey-o. So one of the things that I when I was making fun of these people, no, I don't trust you with my dog, send, don't trust you with my dog, send. One of them posted something, and I said something to the effect of, what's the old, when you were in elementary school, you've said this before. You're ugly and your mother dresses you funny.
Yeah.
You ever said that before?
Mm-hmm.
Is
that what you came back with?
Because I know the moderator on the Marshville page. So I didn't want to be rude. Like I normally am all the time. Fuck you, assholes. Eat a dick, that type of stuff. I don't want to be that guy on my friend's Facebook page, because we work together, and she helps me with the horse shows and all the other stuff. So I know her. I know the moderator. So I just said, your mother's ugly and she dresses you funny. Banned. I don't know. I know she didn't do it. I think it just went on their standards as far as bullying.
Uh-huh.
Netflix. Facebook. I'm thinking about a movie. This is what I'm talking. Facebook threw up a red flag, and I got banned from posting anything on that page, on my home page here in Marshall.
Yeah, it was probably the "you're ugly" that got you.
Yeah,
they got their little algorithms that look, for phrases and words, and "you're ugly."
They flagged it as bullying or I don't know. There was a big long description of it, and I go, for real? All right, 3 days, 72 hours. I think they said. I'm like, fine. That's if you think that's bad, go ahead.
I want to know, what does that do? What kind of deterrent is that for somebody to not? Oh my God, I'm in Facebook jail. I can't post on Facebook anymore. What kind of deterrent is, I can't post on Facebook for 3 days. What kind of deterrent is that to stop you? Because you're just going to pick back up where you left off before.
Right. But you would have to think about your dialect or the way you type things.
Well, how many chances do you get? I mean, like, if you let's just say you posted the same thing again. You got banned.
Well, there's like strike.
You posted it again. How many chances do you get?
Well, you get strikes. So like the first one is 3 days because that fell underneath a certain category. It's not a bad normally it's 24 hours. Normally the next one's like 3 days. Next one's a week. Next one's like 30 days. Next one's like 6 months, a year. So, I mean, it just, snowballs, I love Hitler and he was right. Oh God. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah. Well, getting bullied builds character. Teaches you how to survive,
But they don't want it. They don't want to be Shayne, Facebook doesn't want to be a place for hate speech.
Oh, well, for certain categories, I guess.
I guess, I don't know. But I got flagged, so I was like going, are you for real? You're ugly and your mother dresses you funny? I got flagged for that.
Oh, you potty mouth, you.
I know. Could have said you're not real.
That's pitiful. Now, like I said, my dad gets regularly banned from Facebook, and he created his own separate account for when he's banned from Facebook. But he's like, he gets into arguments with people, so he gets pretty nasty on there. And I'm surprised he's still got his original Facebook account. Yeah. Maybe there's a time frame where it kind of falls off your record or whatever, and as soon as it does, but he's right back at it again.
I don't know.
Well, watch what you say. Don't be insulting people.
Why?
Because it's going to get you banned off of Facebook.
Why can't I say what I want on Facebook?
Because it's not a free country anymore.
Well, it's a free country, not free speech on there.
Well, then now look, here's the thing.
This is why I have this program. This is why we do this program.
Exactly. And that's the reason for satellite radio. Where you can say whatever you want to say.
Satellite radio is so 20 years ago. I mean, does anyone listen to satellite radio?
Sure.
Nah.
Well, they still listen to Howard Stern, right?
Oh God, no. He barely has. Howard Stern, that was a big thing with Sirius Radio. I mean, they paid him, I forget, $100 million to do whatever, however many years. And then his listenership went, right to Sirius Radio, and then it just he barely has 500. And I know this sounds like a lot, but it's not compared to radio. He's barely got 500,000 listeners, if that.
So what is it? What's the platform? Oh, it's all Joe Rogan now. So it's like,
yeah, it's all podcasts. It's all that. And
I just bought a bottle of ketchup. It's fucking amazing, man. You ought to try this ketchup. It's the greatest thing.
No,
ever.
but have you seen this video? The guy was in India, and look at all these people that are mining the crystals out of the things. And these are the people that are making the iPhones. The crystals are going into the iPhones, and isn't that amazing? This guy just showed me this the other day. Isn't that amazing? Now,
That's great, Joe.
How does people get the crystals into the iPhones? I never knew this was happening. I thought they just were digging up old phones, and redoing them. Isn't that amazing?
Ratings through the roof.
Yeah, I know. Pay me. There you go. There's my. That's your Joe Rogan podcast. Now, you know what's sad? Here's this.
But as podcast is what has replaced satellite radio as far as being able to go have a show or whatever, and you can say whatever you want to say without being censored, right?
Well, two things that podcasts have an advantage of. One, satellite radio is still a timed element. So, for example, Howard Stern is on from 5 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock in the morning. And he's got to be physically ass in seat doing the show because it broadcasts live there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Podcasts themselves are basically like we do the show
on demand, on whenever you want to watch.
Exactly. Yeah. Whenever you want to get caught up. And believe me, we got a bunch of all our new listeners.
Whenever you don't want to listen.
Well, all our new listeners out there, we got a bunch of shows back there. So feel free to examine those as well.
Yeah, binge listen.
Yeah,
that's the new thing to do. Binge listen.
I got a lot more.
It's not going to be good as Game of Thrones, but try it.
It's even better. More nudity on this one.
No, yeah. Well, okay.
What else you got going on, Shayne? Anything?
I'm trying to think. I mean, life is pretty static over here.
How's the puppy dog?
She's passed out. Oh God. You know what I had to do the other day? I had to take my dog to the dog. I get this.
All right, I'm listening.
Dog ophthalmologist.
Is that an eye doctor?
It's an eye doctor.
For a dog?
Yeah.
Does a dog read like instead of like the read this chart, it's symbols of animals and stuff, and they get smaller and smaller? Bark at this one, bark at this one, bark.
Yeah. Do you like dog number 1 or dog number 2? Bark twice for dog number 2.
Read line 4.
Yeah, I know she's got. So, all right, here's the deal.
Ruff.
Yeah.
Arf.
It's basically, hi, I'm the dog ophthalmologist. Let me have your wallet.
Yeah. Your new EDC wallet.
Yeah, I love your pretty little carbon fiber coated wallet there. Let me have that.
Fucking homo.
And then you never see it again.
Fucking queer.
Yeah. So she's got this dry eye condition where she doesn't produce tears.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get to the point here in a minute. She doesn't produce tears. So she ends up with this like gunks of like mucus and stuff. Anyway, so she has to have these drops or some sort of medication to fix it, because otherwise eventually she'll go blind in that eye.
So what does the ophthalmologist say that a regular vet can't say?
That was my question. So it's kind of like when you go to a dentist and they go, oh, you need a filling or you need a crown on this tooth, but I can only go so far back. So and I've had a dentist tell me this one time, well, if you just needed a crown on the tooth before the one that you have the problem with, I could do it. But
that sounds like a very bargain bin dentist.
Yeah, it's crazy. So like, oh, because you need it one tooth further back, you're going to have to go somewhere else.
Is it because you had to have surgery? Because a lot of times you have a crown, there's oral surgery.
Yeah, but that's if you have to have something extracted. I get that.
All right.
But you're telling me that you can't do a filling on a tooth just because it's one tooth further back in your head?
Yeah, because
get out of here with that.
There's certain, yeah, Shane. There's all right. No, I know.
I'm not buying that. This is we're getting into laundry detergent shit right here. This is why you can't get your clothes cleaner than the dry cleaners can, because you don't have access to the chemicals that they do.
The dry chemicals.
It's a racket.
They just they fire up a weed blower and clothes are clean.
Yeah, I mean, I literally had to pay $300 for them to just tell me what I already knew and give me a different medication to put in her eye. And I'm like, well, why couldn't the regular vet have just given me a prescription for that medication that you did? Well, they're not allowed to prescribe it. You have to have a specialist to prescribe that. And I'm like, you people suck.
So how much was the whole appointment? Eye drops and all.
It was right at $300.
Jesus.
And then I got to go back for a follow-up in 6 weeks to see if this medication has
even worked.
Job. Yeah. So they're gonna hammer. So just to walk in the door is $150.
How old is this dog?
She's not quite 5.
Okay, so she's still got a long life. But
yeah.
Okay, so all right.
Yeah. I mean, this dog runs the house, so she gets better care than I do.
Is that why you have dry sockets?
Yeah, that's why all my teeth are falling out, and I'm probably going to be using the chairlift more than anybody else.
Losing your hair.
Well, that's why we're doing a This Is 50 podcast, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But anyway, just to walk in the door is $150, and then all the other little tests that they do, and I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. I paid $300 for you to prescribe another eye drop that may or may not work. And it's just a racket.
It is a racket.
The way this system is set up is just a racket. Why can the regular vet not prescribe this other eye drop over here?
So one of Amy's nieces, and she's got 2 nieces up in New York. They had like career day, and it's really neat. They had this park all designed up, and it had, if you want to be a fireman, you stand over here, and they teach you how to do all the fireman stuff. And if you want to be like a nurse and all this, they had all these crazy things. And the nieces are maybe 6 and 4. You know what I mean? That age, they're still interested in stuff. And one of them was being a veterinarian. So, the daughter or the niece is standing there with a veterinary uniform on and all that stuff. But when you when you get older in life and they say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And everyone, I want to be a rock star. I'm going to, I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be, you think there's one guy out there, he goes, I want to be an animal ophthalmologist.
Yeah, well, let me tell you. This dude was exactly that kind of personality. Eccentric and wanted to go into detail and very animated, and his hands were just all over the place.
So he's gay.
You got to calm down. You're going to give me a seizure.
So he's
if
gay.
You don't settle down.
He's gay. He was gay with the hand, and he's got a lot of flair. A lot of flair, they call it.
Yeah. And he had kind of like a Beatles sweeping black haircut, where the hair came down slightly under the eyes, and just very passionate about explaining this and that. And, then when I would speak, he would go, oh, yes, it's your turn. Let me stop and breathe. It's your turn. And he'd throw his hands out. It's your turn now. I'm going to back off.
These new doctors. They're trying to teach them. They're trying to teach them bedside manners. A lot more bedside manners.
At a freaking vet's office, the patient doesn't care about bedside manner. The dog's like, if you don't get me out of here, I'm going to shit on something or I'm going to bite somebody. Yeah. I'm tired of being here. But he just kept going on and on and on. And I'm like, I get it.
You know a lot more than I do. I got it. You got my $300. Believe me, I'll pay you at the door when I walk out. All right. I don't need you to explain anything else to me.
Yeah. I mean, I know exactly. Now I got beer in the refrigerator at home. Let me get back to what I'm an expert at.
Tick, 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 tick. Let's go. How long is it going to take for you to put, tell me I need eye drops for my dog. I don't need a lecture. Just tell me what I need to do so I can get on my day.
Yeah. Just give me the script and let me get out of here. But I'm going to have to go back in 6 weeks for a follow-up to go through that whole process again. And maybe he'll be wearing a feather boa. Entertain me this time.
Well, make sure your truck's running all right.
Oh, well, I did get that fixed.
Oh, really? What happened? I thought you got it. I thought you got it fixed before.
I thought I did too, but it started doing the same thing again. And look, fixed for now. There's a good, there's a difference between being fixed and fixed for now. But do you have any kind of anti-theft on your truck? Anti-theft device, like a low jack?
No, because I have OnStar.
Okay. So when I bought this truck from the dealership, and they didn't tell me they did this, and they paid for it, and that's fine. I didn't ask for this as an extra service, but they installed a low jack on it. Everybody knows what a low jack is, right?
Yeah, it's just basically a black box.
It's a tracker.
Yeah, it's a black box underneath the car.
Yeah, so, well, and they can put these things anywhere, but they always have to be connected to your car battery. So what they end up doing, because that's what powers them, so they can be tracked. And this thing was just sitting there draining the battery. So here's what I've learned about new cars is there's a reserve voltage.
Mm-hmm.
So it can, all of the other bells and whistles on these new cars can draw power off of them. Well, it was just sitting there draining the voltage off of the old battery and the new one.
They didn't hook it up. They didn't hook it up right. The low jack right.
I don't know what they did, but it was just, I guess it was hooked up right because it was in the battery compartment, and it just looked like what it actually looked like was like a memory expansion for a computer with 2 wires coming off of it that hooked into the battery terminal.
Yeah.
So, and we talked about the nerd that installed my battery for me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him saying
Celtic music.
Yeah. After we listen to some Celtic music and have some lime sherbet, I want to discuss the possibility that this is draining your battery. I'm like, nah. Well,
it was
2 days later. It was. I'm assuming.
Yeah. So did you
I popped the low jack off of there? Took it. Yeah. Took the thing off and haven't had any problems since.
Well, good.
That's me knocking on wood. Don't you bark.
Take that tracker, go up to the closest water drain thing, throw it down there to the clown, and let him deal with it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. If I pop that off, am I going to have like a SWAT team here at my house in a little bit, accusing with my, oh, your vehicle's, what's going on here?
Only if you report it.
So that's how that works.
Yeah.
It's passive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I'm sticking on my neighbor's car.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here thinking, as soon as this thing, because I'm assuming it's got a rechargeable battery in it, but if it's not hooked to something else that's charging that battery, is eventually going to run out. Are they going to be storming my house?
It's kind of like
having that battery runs
It's
out?
kind of like having your dog chipped. Do you have LoJack on your car? Oh yeah, and they can the police will just physically drive around, and they have to be in the proximity of the LoJack. Like they physically.
Well, why? With as simple a technology as that is, why is that company even around? I mean, just throw an air tag in your car. Throw a tile in your car.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You don't hear about LoJack anymore because the technology, it's what they call the Anderson rule. Every 16 months, do you know the Anderson rule? And I'm going to wrap this up real quick. Anderson rule is basically whatever you buy technology that's brand new here on the market in 16 months, it's obsolete because something else has replaced it, smaller and all that stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that applies to computers.
Yeah. Well, and LoJack would be one of those things. LoJack is, so obsolete.
I always thought LoJack had the ability to disable the car. Like if it was stolen, they could just hit a button and it just shuts the car down.
They could. Yes, correct. That's why it's connected to your battery.
Well, there's no. It's causing electrical problems.
I think it's
in the car.
A subscription too. It's like before OnStar. Well, it is way before OnStar.
And this dealership paid for it. I had no idea until I started getting emails like your LoJack subscription. Thank you for your payment to LoJack. I'm going.
You know why, Shane?
I didn't pay for this.
You know why? And I'm gonna lay it all out for you.
I know exactly why.
That truck at one time was probably on one of those buy here, pay here lots, and they put LoJack because it's cheap. They probably put the LoJack on that truck just in case someone, back in 2015, 2016, didn't pay their bill. They can just hit a button, disable the car until you pay for the bill, and then
you're close. You're close.
Yeah.
I know exactly why they did it. I bought this from an outer space dealership.
Outer spacer dealership.
I bought it from an out of state dealership, and they drove it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so they didn't have the payment until they got it here.
No. They pay a transfer fee. So whether it goes from Ford dealership here to Ford dealership here, it's the paperwork just transfers over. That's all it is.
Well, but
unless there was a buy here, pay here, and
no, this was a major dealership.
Okay.
That I got this thing from, and it was not on there. They put it on there.
Yeah.
Because I talked to them about this. So they actually put that thing on there because they drove it out here, and we gave them a cashier's check, which cashier's checks, they're pretty solid. But they put that on there just in case something funky happened, because they had one of their salesmen drive it out here. It wasn't. They didn't put it on a hauler.
Flatbed or something like that.
Yeah, they didn't do it. They actually drove it out here, and they didn't charge us any kind of delivery fee or anything like
usually
that.
Usually it's $500 for them to transfer the.
It's I think they were charging was $1 a mile.
Yeah,
I think that's what their normal.
He had relatives or something. He was going to come sail here anyway, so
probably. So.
I'll take it.
They put that LoJack on there just in case something fell through with the payment.
Well, the guy would just drive it back. Anyways, I don't know.
Well, I'm saying like a couple of days later, if the cashier's check didn't clear or whatever, or they want to know where I'm at 24/7. Screw you. I got your little LoJack right here.
right up my ass is where I got it.
I threw it in the pit with the bodies.
What else you got going on? Anything, Shane?
No, got to get the house cleaned up for Phil's arrival.
Phil is his name? Is that the name we're giving him?
No. Well, yes.
Okay.
Well, it's an acronym. FIL.
FIL. Okay.
Father-in-law.
Okay. There you go.
So we're going to call him Phil on the show.
Sounds good.
Because we don't give out names here, right?
Never.
Travis. we don't give out names, do we, Travis?
No, we don't, Shane.
Other than that, just getting the house ready, getting some cleanup, stuff like that.
Well, good.
Nothing. It's too damn hot to do anything outside.
It is. It was 92. It's starting to get up to 92 right now. So I got to cut this AC on up here in the studio because I can only do about an hour up here with the AC off, and then I start sweating.
Yeah, your ears are sweating again.
Yes, they are. All right, Shane. Anything else before I let you go?
No, you good?
I'm good.
All
right.
We'll see you next week.
All right. Talk to you later.
See you, bye.
See you, bye. Dummy. Big dummy.
What are you doing, you big dummy?